Well, let's see how this is going to play out. They're going to be Renegades starting on the CT side and MIBR on the CT side.
Well, here we go. Pistol round is live. Taco and Zeus over towards the A-bomb. So that's where the bomb is as well. So you have to imagine Fern Luke is going to come through the underpass and be able to join up with them. There's a nice opening kill from Fallen. That's from top mid. That's a beautiful shot with the P250.
Nice way to get going. MIBR do seem like the underdogs in this one. Winning the pistol round would be big news indeed. Renegades have been looking like a really dangerous team lately, actually. A lot of upset potential, I believe. So this should be a great match for them.
Oh, look at this! Look at this call though. JKS is the only one at this bomb site. He is the sole defender, and MIBR is being quiet the whole way. He's seen absolutely nothing. He has no idea what's about to hit him, and it's Lucas like a truck. The bomb site is lost, and that should be the pistol round to the Brazilians.
Yeah, just continuing for, as we maybe could have expected, fighting into the CT spawn and getting a kill. So that is about as good as it can get. Nobody took any damage on the MIBR side to win that A-bomb side and get the bomb plant down. Don't see that very often.
No, you don't, but that's actually, I mean, you don't see teams just walk that entire way up into the bomb site too frequently. That's a great way to run that tactic, and you could see it. Just caught him completely off guard. Renegades trying to go for some gamble towards the B bomb site, and just caught entirely unawares. So an easy pistol round win, and Jacob is going to get one frag, and he's going to go down as well.
Well, that's a start and a half. Second round going to be coming up, and a little bit of a pause, I believe, being called now from the Renegade side, so we'll see what that's about, but hopefully figure that out really quickly. And with Renegades, again, I think the only downside could be that it could be maybe a slight bit harder to read what MIBR are going to be doing. You know, just like that X factor, that could be the only thing that I can think of. Otherwise, I think they're going to be feeling pretty confident.
Well, I mean, Renegades have that interesting story themselves of where they had such a good performance and promising performance at the major and right around that time. And now with visa issues, they were plagued for a couple months trying to get some players into the States to be able to practice. Now they have like a road to redemption, and it kind of is really unfortunate for them to have such a big high and have it taken away from them, not by anything that they did, like not by their own fault, and now have to recover from it again. So similar stories for both teams, really.
I don't know if I'm misremembering, but something that comes to mind as well is this is a map where they actually had some amazing tactics, yes. Renegades. On the T side,
when they get on the T side, they're going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, just some of the best tactical Counter-Strike I've seen in a really long time out of Renegades, so I'm actually kind of excited just for that aspect of it as well. Gratisfaction, guessing through the smoke. We're not going to be connecting with anybody. Does have, I mean, a bit of a chance and doesn't really cost him a lot, so why not try it?
Yeah, very low risk, and Fur's got to be cautious because Gratisfaction is still getting very peaky, and just now, as Fur grabs the angle, he's going to back off. Still very passive from MIBR as they move across the map. They have control of middle, which bodes well, and it looks like Renegade's actually lining up for some kind of a crunch. They have a pretty solid defense, all things considered.
Ooh, that's a big opening. No smokes or anything. That could have easily been a kill with the Deagle. Jacob, known for his robotic aim, going to be kicking a 1 kill on Fur, but actually a little bit more coming in there. Azza doing a bit of damage. They can't really help each other out. It's a bit of a shame because they did have the manpower in that area. Nice shot from JKS. Can we have another one? Oh, he's going to follow it up. Taking down Susan just like that. They've got the man advantage. It's
on now, baby, and the decision to actually spin in towards window room is hurting MIBR. They're trapped here. Renegades has all the information and there's no health. How do you get out of this if you're Lucas and Fallen? This is going to have to be some kind of a masterclass. An escaping disaster. Fallen now towards catwalk, and Lucas is just going to cut off the rotation, and if he finds the timing on this, he's got to look back. There it is, and he can't find the kill. That's the one he needed to help Fallen out, but at least a bomb plant and a 1 versus 3 for the captain.
Yeah, and it's the health that's the problem, isn't it? Just 10 left. Don't know how you do that. You have to just not get hit by anything, so no long fights. It's going to have to be straight headshots, or at least try and fall away and take another fight, because if you go on for another couple of seconds, it's not going to be working out. He's on the bomb, and they don't have a kit right now. They're moving close. He's going to get one. That's the first headshot. One more might actually do it. It's getting dangerously close right now to the end of that bomb time again. Without the kit, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble, but they'll make it happen. And that's JKS picking up a triple in that round. Not at all bad.
No, not at all, but you're right. That clock was running down. That actually got pretty close, all things considered. And it is going to be for Renegades.
Yeah, closer than I thought.
Yeah, much closer than I thought as well. I mean, that whole time, Renegades playing it smart though, waiting for the flank to come in, not trying to do too much, not trying to just kind of close the round out too early. That's one way you could have dropped it. You could see Fallen a chance there to line 2 up, but these Deagles do just enough work. This time, no pressure is applied towards that A bomb site, and MIBR have nothing.
So not the follow-up round that we were expecting. MIBR did have the mid control, but they kind of got lost a little bit in the window. Not sure where to go from that.
Yeah, they took so much damage trying to clear that out.
Let's see if they can make up for it. They do have a Krieg, a Scout, a couple of Deagles of their own on in this round, so not impossible that they could do a lot.
It's a timing though. 4 players at top mid gonna burst when Fur makes contact. You'd imagine there's the peak. They have the information. They want to stop Jacob, but he's got cover. His teammate's gone down. Great trades from MIBR, and they control middle. And they're gonna be able to salvage some of those weapons, so all of a sudden this gets much more dangerous.
That play for underpass, you really are trusting that your teammates in window are going to be able to do something to help you out, or at least trade it favorably afterwards. And when that doesn't happen, it sort of feels like it's a bit of a waste. Still a 3-on-3 with just a minute on the clock, and JKS same position as he was with the Deagle, only now he's got the Krieg, which is going to be a little bit more lethal.
Well, we've got Zeus with the Krieg as well, and he's going to lead the way up catwalk. Him and Fur working together. Fallen still in these B halls. Now he can come mid or he can come over towards the B bomb site. This is where contact will be made. Fur doesn't clear to the right. He loses that battle. It's all on Zeus now. He needs this kill and not able to do it. Liaz is going to shut down the round. The Scout is the only thing left. And another victory for Renegades.
Yeah, really nice round. Not just winning it, but also saving a bunch of rifles. I mean, those Kriegs that they've got on the CT side, that is such a big win if you could do that nowadays.
Yes, it's so deadly. It's perfect. That's exactly what you want for the CT side.
Because the difference is, like, normally if you're having just a one-on-one fight and you're on the CT side, you've got the AUG and you're fighting a Krieg or an AK. The big difference is you're going to hit them in the face and do whatever, like 96 damage, and then they'll kill you.
They'll hit you in the face and do 100. All right, Gratisfaction, a little bit of damage, wants to go for a peek. He's been very aggressive in this window with the M4, and there's Jacob. A triple kill with the spray transfer, and Taco is hoping someone to get forced back into his crosshairs and doesn't get the results he wanted. 3-1 for Renegades.
Yeah, off to a good start, aren't they? Stealing the round, early one back from MIBR. But now, on the Brazilian side, they have picked up rifles again. Couple of Kriegs, 3 AKs, some grenades to work with, not a super exciting amount, but enough that they could do something.
Well, here we go, round 5 underway. Azza, again, this aggression in middle that Renegades have come out with has been pretty successful, and he's going to continue with that tear. Fallen's aware of the possibility. Oh, he's got the angle. They've spotted Azza, so they know he's here, and now all the utility can be used to flush him out, but actually MIBR doesn't have a whole lot. They don't have the Molotovs to put him out of that position, and he just relinquishes it for free.
Yeah, but look at the time that it's buying, and they're going to have to go and check everything when they get up there. They're going to have to spend maybe even more grenades than they want, which is a problem because they don't really have them. So the 4 smokes that are currently in play, oh, look at Gratisfaction peeking right into it. They were waiting for it. They could have easily got caught off guard then. That would have been a big play, but instead, it's the man lead for MIBR, and they need it.
They need this victory as well. Jacob going to try and respond with aggression of his own. Taco's aware, but can't win the fight. That's a good equalizing kill, and now all 4 players getting ready to burst through connector. This smoke, it's not a wall. They want to come right through it, and as it fades, here's the danger. Big win for Lucas. Nice opening provided. The other Krieg from catwalk. Liaz is doing some work, and all the crossfire setups have been perfect.
Nicely done. That's a double on Zeus. Make it a triple, in fact. And it's going to be a little bit towards the end here. Fur will pick up 1. That's a job well done. Zeus coming out with some really big AK shots in that round. And
Lucas for me, the entries.
Lucas, yeah,
he was great.
Listen, we need to make a note of it when Zeus is playing well. We got to get that in there.
We'll get him some highlight clips. We're gonna get him some clips to remember.
I would like that. Let's see, round number 6 now. And a little bit of a danger to the Renegades economy. In fact, all of them very low on cash. So are MIBR. So kind of a critical round early on in the first half here. Whoever loses this probably going to be forced back to eco. And you really don't want that. JChem looking right over the smoke into the underpass. That was a pre-fire from Fur, and a great victory there, taking out JChem with the help of Fallen that flashbang.
A costly victory, though. Look at the HP on Fallen, down to 3 HP. Zeus down to 28. They're still going to take the man advantage, but the health very, very low. And you can't just pass off an AWP to Fallen and have him sit back. He's still got to be involved in the action. Just over a minute remaining in the round, and MIBR going to make an adjustment. Still Fur and underpass, still Lucas at top mid. But A is going to be the final destination of MIBR here as they rotate through T-spawn. And again, it's just JKS, Renegades, putting a very heavy lean towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, they're really trusting in JKS to do a lot right now. He's going to take down Zeus, but he'll fall to Taco right afterwards, so nice return. And that's pretty much the bomb site. Renegades almost have to decide right now if they want to try and fight for it or just leave it alone. I think Gratisfaction is looking for a kill, and if he gets one, then yeah, I'm sure they will try and fight for it. But if they don't, probably best to just fall away from this. He's going to miss the first opportunity. Now, they're actually shooting him through the box as well. There is a little bit of backup coming, but again, I would say 4 versus 3 might be better to just try and save the rifles.
There's a small timing if he can hit it, if he can find this kill really, really quickly, then that would actually prompt him to move forward. But without it, he's just going to give it away. No one else has rotated over, so Renegades playing it safe. And that'll be a 3rd round now for MIBR. So we're going to be all tied up once again, and the money is not looking good for the Australian side.
No, they're really not having that much of a good time. I wonder if this is the sort of thing, I mean, it's not an exact science to figure out when do you know that JKS is playing that position alone a lot. Because if you can figure that out, you had it in the pistol, you had it in the round with the Krieg, you had it in this round, so that's about half the rounds played so far where he's been playing very isolated on that bomb side. If that is something that MIBR could somehow figure out, that's going to give them so much to work with and tactically.
Well, they've been able to exploit it a number of times, so it would be interesting to see if they're going to notice that. I mean, it's happened so frequently in just these first 6 rounds. Either way, it's been a pretty cool battle back and forth for mid. Renegades not shying away from aggression, and MIBR making it a point to use underpass to kind of make sure that whatever aggressive defense they have in middle will not get away alive. Which is always a fun battle to watch on Mirage. Fallen's got the op now, and he's got the position. Oh, a leg shot. Nice reactions.
That's not an easy shot to hit, but good job on him. Gratisfaction, in spite of the smoke, gonna just try and guess the angle. He won't be successful with it either. Mid control once again for MIBR. Very standard type setup here, which I don't really mind at all. Double push into window for Renegades. I'm gonna say that's a bit scary. How does this crossfire work if anyone shows up? Are they not just gonna be shooting each other? Have they really thought this through? Fallen does go down, and yeah, they're gonna leave JChem there alone instead. And that makes a lot more sense. Lias alone on the bomb site, and backup might not be there in time. He might just have to get a couple of kills on his own. Gonna have to try and do it. Oh, a little bit of backup now coming in from the kitchen. That's Azza showing up just in time. Lia's gonna be picking up the kill on Taco, and that's making it look a little bit better. They're slowing it down way too much, MIBR, and that's buying all the time in the world here. The bomb goes down. Lias with a big double, and Azza with a double of his own. And that will be the end of it here, even as he goes down after the round has expired. Still, I don't know what made MIBR slow down so much. They had the bomb site.
Yeah, I don't really have a good explanation for it. That was a gift from MIBR to Renegades. They even had the Molotovs to flush out those positions if they wanted to use them. Just no one wanted to pull the nades out. Everyone watching a corner, and everyone just lost their individual fights. No one able to kind of take over that bomb site. So you got to be happy with that if you're Renegades coming into that with what, only 3 rifles, a couple players pretty much saving. So bailed out of a tough situation. And I think this is going to prompt a timeout as well. So 4-3, and the teams want to talk things over.
I mean, if you just look at the score, it's actually not looking that bad for MIBR. 4-3, they're playing the T side of Mirage. I wouldn't be too upset. Now, the only thing is, in the back of my mind, I'm still wondering about that Renegades T side that we saw in Cologne, I think, and it was just looking amazing. I want to have time and go back and look at all of that. There were so many fun things happening, so I hope we could see a similar level out of them, just tactically. Well, rifles in the hands of Renegades. Azza pushing mid alone, in fact. He's not going to stick around too much longer. He does go down, and actually Fur not even traded. That was Gratisfaction on the other side.
Oh,
He's going to go down as well. That's a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, he stuck around just a bit too long, but you could tell he really felt bad that he missed that initial trade, and that's actually put him farther back. There's nothing Renegades can do to fight for mid at this moment. One defender at B, JKS is at connector. No, that's sound cue. Fer knows exactly what's happening. An easy kill for him. Right around the edge of the smoke, and now Liaz. I think he saw a barrel, wants the fight, but can't do anything with it. And this round is just going to slip away from Renegades. This is well done from MIBR. They know exactly where he is inside the B bomb site, and they know exactly where Jacob is as well. 4-4 again.
It looked to me like Azza just wanted to get in the middle to throw a grenade at a steeper angle to get onto that ramp at top mid. And then when they spotted him, he was like, oh, I guess I'll just fight, which is not ideal.
No, it's not ideal, is it? Didn't look ideal. Didn't look fun in any way. So a force up now from Renegades. Gratisfaction with the AWP, Jacob with an M4, and pistols around that. So realizing it's going to be a tough scenario no matter what. Gratisfaction, again, wants to go back for this. He knows this weapon needs to produce something, but that smoke is pretty much going to negate any chance he had. No reason to stick around.
Yeah, but I hope he keeps looking, because when you have this one AWP, you sort of need to make something happen. Looks like MIBR maybe hearing the AWP in the middle, maybe just on intuition going to head towards that B bomb site, which is looking like a perfect choice at the moment. Nobody's going to be there to greet them, and I don't see a world in which Renegades are going to fight very hard, especially with the M4 and the AWP to try and retake this. That just might be too dangerous. Jacob lurking around, even that is dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why he's here. If he loses this weapon, that could be a disaster. You can still fight with the same buy in the next round. Just give it up.
It looked like some of those bullets from Suits should have hit Jacob. I don't know what happened. Well, they're going to be falling back, giving up on any pretense of fighting for that B-bomb. Again, that just makes the most sense, I think. It's going to be another round. 5 on the board for MIBR. Not, I think, what most people were expecting.
No, this is not bad at all from the MIBR side, all things considered. You just lose one of the best players in the world in coldzera. He's not here at this event. You have your coach standing in. Lucas is still a new addition to this team. I think people expected them to just get kind of brushed aside to a certain degree, and it's not happening.
Yeah, not bad at all. This whole cheering section going on in front of the MIBR booth, so a couple of happy fans down there, excited.
Yeah, we're used to that. They have a cheering section everywhere they go, I think.
They really do, don't they?
Yeah.
It's part of the brand power of MIBR, which is, you know, I think going to outlive much of this chaos that's happening at the moment. You know, even though it is a little bit strange.
Yeah, it'll stand the test of time.
I really think so, yes. Was that cheering for the mustache? I kind of hope it was. I do like that.
I think that was cheering for the FaZe NRG game, Anders. But
okay.
we can create a narrative about it being for the mustache.
Do you think that's going to come back as a style, the mustache? I feel like it's been out since the 70s, I guess. So.
I think only Australians and New Zealanders can really pull it off.
Okay.
You had a great mustache.
Did I?
Yeah, it was glorious.
I'm trying to forget about that all the time. Don't want that. Well, here we are, back at the game, 5-4, and leading into round number 10. We've got the same kind of a buyout of Renegades they did save in the last round, as they were pretty much called on that A stack. MIBR going to B and having really no trouble with that, so they're up a round, and they've got the weaponry, and they've got the money. Actually looking quite good right now for the Brazilian side.
And they have the perfect call as well. Now that it's been spotted, it's a contact play. They pick up the pace. There's no defense. You cannot hold on. He's the only defender, and he's got a nade in his hands, and the round is already over. The bomb site is lost, and Jacob, Gratisfaction, Azza turn around immediately. So MIBR now going to start running up the score. 6-4 in the favor of the Brazilians. That's a nice just checkmate of a call, isn't it? You've had so much emphasis on controlling mid and putting presence in mid, and then you just switch things up and go full power to the B bomb site.
And that's back-to-back rounds where they end up in B now. So, I mean, even if it's with a strange buyout of Renegades, that's still going to be a little bit annoying to them, that they have to sort of lose a couple of rounds like that. I'll see what happens when they start to really pick up rifles again, if they're going to try and switch up their defense a little bit. Because they've been doing, I feel like, a lot of the same. Like their mid fights for Renegades haven't looked really amazing.
No, they haven't.
They've been smoked off really easily, and then they've tried to sort of like
The problem they've had in these past few rounds is just limited options with just the pistols and the 2 rifles, right?
Yeah.
But now that they've been able to save this armor, they can pick up the M4s, they can now pick up utility, they can open up the playbook. They have a lot of different options available to them now. Gratisfaction, full nades, they're gonna have kits, same with Jacob. You could play retake, you can get aggressive, you can use the Molotovs properly.
Yeah, I feel like something needs to change right here. 6-4 is kind of a scary scoreline for Renegades, I think. Even if I am still want to believe that that T side is going to be really good for them. There needs to be more happening, and they're going to try and see if they can push that top mid position. Not going to stick around. I don't really mind that. I think that's fine. Like, you could try it, but if you don't immediately get a fight, I'm fine with falling back.
Well, MIBR's doing a very similar tactic, this time a smoke in their face. When that clears, it's going to be Taco leading the way again. Liaz has to be careful. He's going to get caught. Flashbang out, but they picked up the pace. This time, Oz is here as well, and Taco doesn't expect it, but what a great return. What a great flashbang, and it's Liaz all alone again until the Opera gets here, but it needs to land shots, and Liaz is doing it all. A double kill for him, but reinforcements have arrived.
Big news, big follow-up from Gratisfaction. He got the leg shot earlier as well, and now it's on Lucas 1 versus 3, and they're just going to overwhelm him. Not ready for the follow-up peak. They're in a good defense. Asa showing up just in time to slow that down. I think Liaz would have been in a lot of trouble, so
yeah.
He's just going to get the 1 kill again. On the scoreboard, you know, you won't really think about that, but that was an important kill to slow down that push.
Yeah, give Liaz the time to breathe to set up for the double kill of his own, and also this time the difference is that smoke in those B tunnels slowed things down, and that's what gives Renegades time to call off and call the audible after that mid-aggression didn't work. They didn't have the fight they wanted, so just repositioning on the map. And now things for MIBR should go a little bit back to standard.
Round number 12 now. Your money's still not exactly looking great for Renegades, so they're not really out of the wood. That is just so dangerous.
He is very lucky.
Well, you said that, but...
his luck ran out pretty quick. Didn't have the angle, and that's maybe a bit too much from Gratisfaction, never finding any kind of a fight to look for information. Never having an angle to just hold.
Do you ever get that feel like you can have a round that starts off wrong like that because of a jump that you miss? You're like, oh, it's going to be one of these rounds. And then,
yeah, it takes you out of your flow a little bit.
Yeah, it just feels like you're off somehow. Fell back into underpass, didn't die, but then peeked right into Fallen, who was ready with the AWP. Jacob in a position that is often Molotov, that they only have the 1, but that kind of an opening for Fur. It does not get any better. Taco pre-firing that, and Jacob walking right into it. JKS at the corner. Looks like they actually want to check it, and that could be a really big problem. Yeah, they're going to lose that rifle too. And Liaz 1 versus 4 trying to save the M4.
It feels like Renegades is really expecting like some kind of a big hit out of a set piece, right? They're expecting the nades to be coming. They're not really prepared for this MIBR that is slowly just walking into position and then taking over and just taking those fights. And Fur, you know, getting advanced in towards window room. No one from Renegades was calling that out, so bit of gaps in the information for the defense, maybe a bit of miscommunication happening.
I mean, this is very early on, so, you know, we don't want to start the hype too soon, but I feel like the style of play that Fur was playing, and one of the reasons that one of the things that made him such a dangerous player early on when he sort of started playing with the core of this lineup, it was all this aggression, and it went away through like all the you know, different roster changes and having, you know, Bolts and Phelps and all these different people in here. It felt like that somehow took away from his game specifically. Like, he had less success doing that. It was harder for him to play that way. If they could bring that back, at least that would be an exciting feature of MIBR going forward.
Well, it's, oh, nice shot. Again, the pick from Fallen. He got the leg last time. This time, he gets the whole kill. Ozza's got a flashbang. That's for middle, but this shouldn't do a whole lot. Not really the upgraded pistols or weaponry that's going to be able to turn this round. They're listening for information, but Lucas should have a few kills lined up for him very, very soon.
Yeah, right around the corner. He's in a position that's not even easily flashed as well, so even if they threw the flashbang, might not hit him at this call. It's going to be gravitation, it looks like, towards the A-bomb side, which is, even with the stack here, I don't even think that's a big problem. They should still be fine. Gratisfaction goes down, a little bit of panic. That's a teammate, Lucas, on edge, but he will get a double kill, and they're going to take care of Azza at the end. Fallen shooting him through a box of some kind. He was all the way over at the ramp. I kind of almost want to see that.
That's fair play. Nice shot through the box. Zeus was trying to shoot him through a teammate, so I think the box is probably, you know, more appealing. It's kind of what you're looking for.
The humanitarian option in some sense. Sure.
Well, 8-5, and I mean, pretty surprising. We'll still have to see how the CT side goes for MIBR. Still a lot of question marks with the roster upheaval. But looking good to start this out. Renegades not able to hang on to the fight as much as they'd like. More mid-aggression, and as we mentioned, MIBR has been able to handle this with relative ease, and they do it again, just taking no damage from it, just fall away, and look at the advantage Lucas is going to get. Picking up the pace, they're looking underneath the balcony. Oh, JKS can't handle it. It's Taco for the opening.
Yeah, that's an immediate response. What a great call. Snappy to get to that A-bomb side, knowing that there was a bit of aggression in middle. And I like that kind of a call, although this one, a gap in the smoke, and Jacob with a great follow-up, taking down Zeus and then Lucas as well. And he'll follow it up with a triple now on Taco, looking so good for the defense.
What a round. Ooh, Fur's gonna find one. He needs the follow-up, and he's got it. He's turning it in their favor. Now a 1-on-2 for the man, for Fallen. The captain with the NP, but they never saw Gratisfaction. Never knew where he was. And it's all thanks to that man. Jacob saves the day with a triple kill on the initial defense, 6-8. But you're right, that's an immediate call that had to be prepared, where it's just like, guys, next time we see that mid-aggression, next time we feel that and we know there's at least 2 players, you know, whoever's in Palace, just pick up the pace. We know there's going to be one defender at that A-bomb site, go find him.
I mean, that should have worked out really well. I think any other round, that's a round that they pick up like that. But Jacob doing a lot of work to make sure that doesn't happen, and now they're going to try and fight it back. That was Gratisfaction. He must have been smoked off. That must have been some kind of a blind shot. Might have even gone through one of the rails there. What a huge save, because otherwise that's Lucas picking up 1, maybe even 2 kills in the middle. Hero shot there.
Well, and MIBR now have to come up with a new option, a new idea. Fur and Zeus coming through underpass. It's all on Jacob again. Oh, he almost found the timing. Almost found a perfect one. And Fur just narrowly misses him as he turns the corner. They got to be careful on Catwalk, though. Fur's not even looking that way. And actually, that could have been a free kill for Gratisfaction, and it is anyways. Fur trying to sneak in through the smoke one more time. And Gratisfaction saw it coming, and that's the bomb on the ground. This should be a 7th round for Renegades. I don't think you can recover from this one, and certainly now it's just Taco in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, scary for Gratisfaction walking around with not the rifle out. Taco seeing an opportunity, will get the headshot at least, but bomb is still in middle. Still 1 versus 4, and he's going to be going down 8-7 in favor of MIBR in the first half. Still a pretty good scoreline, and we'll see how it goes in the second half when we come back right after the break, so stay with us.
Ready to watch the AIM Challenge BT.
Foi mal?
Esse vai ser o último touchbox.
Here we go.
Vou querer para o fim, vai ser tudo.
Oh, satisfying with the deagle there.
I'm telling him if he's the
last guy.
The last guy, we're gonna kick him. So.
Okay.
Shouldn't have got it.
This is not bad. This is really good so far.
Podes dizer que não estás a tonturas.
Não estou a sentir mal. Ficar tonto.
Então, mas espera, isto aqui.
See, I know what mal means. It's not bad. It's not bad. Look at that little bunny hop.
Estás a ver, lógico? Deu sense.
Lógico.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Better or worse than Glaive? Better or worse than Glaive? Where do you think we are? Okay, Rez is 37. Alex from Movie Star Riders.
Better than now.
Well, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Second half going to be coming up with a 7-8 scoreline favoring MIBR, and they were on the T side, which is very surprising.
Listen, Zeus isn't the only stand-in that MIBR have. This is a rare sighting of Dead, the usual manager of the Brazilian side, long-time manager since they've been back to Keat Stars, since they first moved over to the States and started on this path.
Yes.
And now he's stepped into Zeus's role. So Zeus is filled in for Cold, and Dead fills in for Zeus.
Everybody moving around in that organization?
Yeah, there's no real important analysis with that. I just wanted to point out the fact that we get a rare Ricardo sighting.
Don't they have Lurpus somewhere? Could he stand?
Yeah, we could bring Lurpus back. That would be fun.
Just
have a guy behind you speaking Finnish for no reason to a bunch of Portuguese speakers.
No, I want him to play.
Oh, playing.
Yeah.
That I don't think anyone wants to see that. Let's be honest. He wasn't even that good back in the day, so it's.
Oh, you might be in trouble. I'm pretty sure he'll be here tomorrow, so you know.
Bring it.
Got to be careful about that kind of a talk.
He's even shorter than I am.
Well, that leads us into the second half. I love it. Are you ready, LA? Yeah, they are ready. It's going to be MIBR and Renegades. Second half coming up here in a best of one on Mirage. And right now, it's gone so much better for MIBR than anyone could have possibly expected.
It absolutely has, but we talked about it during the first half. Renegades have a really, really cool T-side. Now, they've been running it, and they've been good on this maps for some time, so you'd expect there to be a certain level of research starting to be put into them from teams across the board. But MIBR, with these roster changes, do they have the cohesion to counter it, to stay alive long enough? And it looks like, at least on the pistol round, no. There's not even a single response from the MIBR side, and the bomb site is lost. It's a 5-on-3.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the first half pistol, wasn't it? No damage taken for MIBR taking the A bomb site. Similar scenes here, and they're going to try and fight their way back into the bomb site, but that's not even going to be possible. 3 people on that ramp, and it's all left up to Fallen. He's going to get a single kill and nothing more. So Renegades will pick up the pistol in a nice fashion.
Very nice fashion.
You like to see it.
You do. 8-8, all tied up. And that's always the question for me, because when these roster changes happen, when we have lineups that are going through some of this, a little bit of confusion, identity crisis, changing players, it's always the CT side I feel like that gets impacted the most. The timing on the rotations, how when you rotate over a teammate likes to play, so you know exactly how to support him properly, the communication to throw pop flashes, and I think that's where we'll see MIBR struggle. So I think 2 things will have to happen for this defense if MIBR wants to come out on top of this. You need Fallen with the AWP to be on fire, you need him to be on point, and you need Fur to have some success with the kind of aggression that he likes to play with.
Yeah, I think those 2 things are absolutely critical, and then...
Which isn't any kind of like, genius, claim about MIBR. We've been saying they need those 2 things forever, but I mean, specifically those are the 2 ones that could really pick things up for them. And
then I think Zeus playing at the B bomb site, if Renegades realize that and they just say, why don't we just bully that guy?
So attack B the whole time.
That presents another problem for MIBR then. Do they try and adjust for it? That can also be exploited?
Well, one of the cool things about this Renegades offense on Mirage is that they're one of the teams who, probably more than anyone that I know of, loves utilizing the boost in towards window on the T side. And, during Pro League, we talked to Kassan, and he mentioned they have like 4 or 5 different ways of getting someone boosted up. So what that does, if they're successful in gaining control of the window from the T side, that's going to make the defensive players at B, they have to be so nervous, because you all of a sudden have to be wary about your flank, and you have to be communicating who's watching the window room, who's watching for someone to slide in through market from behind. So that's where if Zeus is going to be there, he's having a tough time just in the heads-up fights. You all of a sudden add that flank factor into things, and it gets real scary.
So a lot of question marks here for the MIBR defense that we just don't know about yet. But again, if you didn't watch one of those Mirage games for this version of Renegades, then it's worth going back and watching some of those VODs, because that was really a lot of fun. And ultimately, I think, some of the more interesting tactical Counter-Strike that we've seen in a while. So
especially you can go all the way back to Katowice, to the major.
Yeah.
And those were some of the cool games, those eye-opening Mirage games for Renegades. They've got a 1-round lead though, heading into round 18. It's 9-8. And they've got a huge advantage in terms of the weaponry they're bringing to the table.
Quick smoke towards the window. Did not fail. Molotov in the middle to clear anybody out. And using all your grenades in a round like this, if you're on the T side, just make sure you don't get, just one-tapped by someone in a corner with a deagle or a CC. It's better to try and use the grenades to get some of those positions cleared out. And then now they're pretty much on the home stretch here towards the B bomb side. They got some very favorable fights, as you can tell. JKS looking on point as well.
Yeah, those were some very clean shots from him, and he's going to get another one. He actually spotted that player earlier, and he called it out. Another burn. That's 4 kills in the round for JKS. Not going to get the ace. Oh, he is. Oh. He is going to come find it. Nicely done. JKS, all 5 kills.
Yeah, he showed up just at the last second. That was not looking very likely, but a good job, well done. I mean, first ace off the tournament, I think, unless something happened on the V-stream, don't know. But we don't get to see many of them nowadays. I feel like they've become a rarity, the ace.
As it should be. They should be one of those spectacular things you don't get to see too often. 10-8 in the favor of Renegades as they've recovered from a very nice first half from MIBR. Fallen with that AWP towards the A bomb site. Zeus is going to be on catwalk, and it's actually Taco to be the primary defender of this B bomb site, which, I mean, for Zeus, that kind of sucks. Like, catwalk's an even harder place to play.
Yeah, definitely is. And I think actually Christina on the desk mentioned this word, like there are so many protocols playing there. I like that word. Like that is actually the best way to probably explain how that functions. Like how do you rotate out of B and when? Because if you do it too quickly, that can really backfire. Taco in position, the flashbangs, and he's going to be mid-air as they all jump down. Jacob and Lias with a perfect double opening. And that's it. Yeah, time to back it off.
I actually thought Taco had pretty solid positioning. It looked like he panicked a little too much when that flashbang came in. I thought the Molotov was fine. He had a couple players that were going to run through it, but he had that off angle and just kind of gave it up too early. Gets caught in mid-flight. And another knockout punch essentially for Renegades as they go up 11-8, and MIBR can't even fight for this.
And this is what I imagine could happen a lot of rounds on this map. Something similar where they just say, you know what, until you start to put 3 people here, and when you do, well, that's going to give us mid and A very easy.
I mean, oddly enough, it is like, it just seems to be the Zeus protocol, right? Because there were times in Navi when the Navi Zeus plays in the B-bomb site, and you always see Simple just has to cheat just a little bit farther towards that B-bomb site, a little bit more of a lean from that one player, and that's what opponents are looking for, is just that one edge where you have to you just kind of have to cheat your way just a few extra steps to that side of the map.
The Zeus protocol, I like that. Find out where the weaker player is and just...
Sounds like it could be like a 90s action movie.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. With Steven Seagal, maybe.
Oh, that's a shout out.
I would appreciate that.
Under Siege, one of the greatest franchises of all time.
Absolutely is. Clearly made in his own like hero fantasy of himself. Which is, I think, part of.
Is there any other way to make a movie like that?
It's one of the perfect things about that movie. I really enjoy it. Round number 20 starting now. 11-8 Renegades with an early lead here in the second half, really bouncing back into the game, and we haven't really seen much out of MIBR yet here on the defensive side to suggest that they would be able to turn this around. Although they do have better weapons now, and you mentioned Fallen on that AWPs being a big factor. Let's see if it will be. It kind of has to be, I think.
He hasn't seen any action yet with it. Last round he didn't even get to use it. It was a knockout towards the B bomb, so he couldn't even rotate to get involved. And here it's Renegades being very, very passive. Look how far back they haven't even taken control of mid. And there, Fallen looked like he wanted to lean until the smoke wall was set up at the A bomb site, but this is all a fake, and it's actually working perfectly. This is a tactical outplay by Renegades. They've set up the smokes towards the A bomb site. They've pulled Fallen in that direction, and they're just walking up catwalk. And now they're going to be able to hit into the bomb site. Taco can't hold. Zeus can't step up to the plate. And another hit towards the B bomb site by Renegades. This time they disguise it as an A attack, and it completely fools the defense.
Yeah, throwing all of the smokes that you would normally need for an A execute, and then ending up at B, and that just worked way, way too good. You don't really normally want to be taking fights that are happening when you are inside of the bomb site. If you're defending, anchoring that bomb site, like, oh, they're already here, and I can't even, like, I could call it out, but you know, if I go down without much of a delay, then no one can even make it here. So that's kind of what happened. A parting kill on Jacob, but I don't think Renegades really care that much. They're going to be happy with the way things are going. Look at the money on some of the Renegades players here.
Yeah, they've got a lot of cash. They're going to have no problems down the stretch of this game. Rich. Gratisfaction and JKS over 13K before the bye. Liaz obviously sitting about 12K before his bye. So yeah, they've got a few rounds left in them. If they ever run into any obstacles, they've got plenty of time to figure it out as they go.
(12-8). Renegades catching fire, winning 5 in a row, and honestly are just looking much more comfortable. They sort of warmed up into the game a little bit now, and again, I think, as you mentioned, playing that CT side, even though it seems like it should be easier because you're just holding your position and that's it, but it's not. It's all the communication that happens when the defense starts to break down that becomes very tricky. And here's some of a little bit of spice you were talking about. Fallen with the AWP pushed up alone, and that's also a huge change. Zeus now down the middle instead, and he has to get this shot. He's going to pick it up and straight out the window. Oh, the flashbang going to chase him down, and they want to hunt him. They're right on top of him. If he misses a shot, he's gone. Oh. He's going to pick up a headshot on Jacob. That was straight up on top of him. I can't believe he did that now. 4 versus 3, and Zeus is going to be going down.
They have to go for this. They have to go for this retake. It's the most winnable round they've had in this entire half, it feels. 3-on-3, everyone's here but Fur. As we know, a little bit aggressive. He's in front of his teammates. No one else is really making this retake happen, but he's going to do it himself. Opening kill, the point man of the retake. And it's just 2 defenders left.
Good smoke, actually, to force out one of those window positions. And Asa in a lot of trouble. It's going to be Taco with a grenade with the AWP to clear that all out. Well played. And MIBR to pick up the round. Yeah, they love that, don't they?
You have to. That was actually a very nice retake. I thought Fur was going a bit fast for his teammates who were late on the rotation over, but he sets them up perfectly. This is that adjustment that we know MIBR is just going to have to make. A little bit more firepower at that B-bomb site.
You've rarely seen someone get stopped the way that he got stopped on top of Fallen. Like, there was just... He just hit a wall in the middle of the air.
Headshot through the foot.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Fur, this is a new way to kind of help alleviate some of the pressure at the B-bomb site. Fur's going to take control of halls. Fallen's already gone down, so has Fur. Everyone getting destroyed for MIBR, trying to get aggressive, and they have to back away from these fights. Taco, 33 HP, he cannot re-peek. He's going to do it anyways, and he goes down for free.
Yeah, I think hoping that the fire would obscure him there, but that did not do the trick.
But now it's Zeus's turn. If any one man can turn this back. All right, it's not him.
Wow, you set it up nicely, you know.
I was trying to. I wanted to do like the whole like Hollywood trailer.
Where the right area was, you know, you could have.
You know, one man stands between certain defeat. I don't know.
Well,
I'll work on it.
If you know, if he'd got the ace, then, you know, we would have had the perfect sort of lineup for it. So I appreciate it anyway. Not really his game just yet. But again, it's kind of hard to criticize Zeus. I feel like he's in a position where, you know...
No, he's kind of immune to criticism in this scenario.
Yeah. Lucas to take down JKS, just hoping to hold on to the AK-47. They don't really have a lot of money either on the MIBR side, so anything they can steal away is going to be well worth it. Good headshots out of Lucas. But it will come to an end as Asa will find him. And Renegades will pick up another round, making it 13-9. Kassad excited about the situation.
He should be. He should be. I mean, he's one of those coaches as well that doesn't get probably enough credit. As I think there's probably a decent amount of coaches that don't get enough credit, but certainly Kassad, I think, eventually we'll realize that he's going to be one of the better coaches we have in the scene. And considering how long Renegades has been around and how long it took them to kind of get to that next level with all the potential that they've had,
yeah,
the fact that Kassad did it, I think, has got to be something pretty special for him.
Yeah, he was like out for a little while, wasn't he? And then he came back in, and I really feel like that was a worthwhile return for him to be back with the org. 4-round lead for Renegades, and an auto shotgun picked up on Zeus. Maybe that actually also is you know, a bit of a parallel to the other Zeus.
Yeah.
Got that in common.
Well, you know, he's the bank. They need him to drop guns to everyone, so he's got to get the moneymaker, the bonus money.
Back in that role.
Well, not a whole lot of chances left for MIBR. They're out of money after this round. If they can't win this, they won't have a lot to fight for, and it's just going to be 4 spies of pistols as this match would kind of fizzle away and just extend out of reach. Renegade setting up this time, no mid control. No presence towards the B-bomb site. This is all 5 members lining up for a set piece towards the A site. Lucas, Fallen, and Fur to defend.
Let's see what they could do. Doesn't seem like it's going to be that much trickery. It's a pretty good defensive smoke there. Right on top to try and slow them down, but JKS is running in right behind, and he's going to pick up the kill. Lucas, I think, fully blind. There will be a refrag there for Fallen, but this is still well worth it for Renegades. They're going to be happy about this if they could just get the bomb plant down, which I'm not sure they have the space for easily. Gratisfaction actually in a kind of a scary position.
Yeah, they don't have any more cover. They don't have any more smokes. They need to force people into the open. They need that. They need more kills. He's not going to be able to get it, but now the bomb's on the ground. Fur finds one on top of the boxes, and this has swung in the direction of the Brazilians. Fallen going to get a different rotation. Zeus hiding over towards CT spawn. It's a 2-on-3, and Jacob and Liaz, they must find one more kill towards mid.
Oh, spotting one out there, and Jacob going down. And Fur happy to continue to fight. A triple for him in the round, and they will pick it up. Not an uncommon problem on that A-bomb side on Mirage. You get everything down, you sort of have the control, but you just can't find a position to put the bomb down without getting shot.
I think he might have been able to do it if he didn't go for that secondary follow-up peak Gratisfaction. After he gets that first kill, I think that's where you just try and stick the bomb plant. But it's so hard to hold your nerve and do it. You can spam from all the different locations. Someone can just swing wide. You're putting a lot of faith in your teammates to hold on to that and cover you. Either way, MIBR survived the first scare of this attempted comeback. Double up setup. Zeus has one of them. He's going to be on catwalk, and they're playing the buddy system. Zeus and Fur working together.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Obviously, stalled out from the last round. So, auto shotgun got left behind, sadly. As it goes down, but look at Jacob. He's actually charging the A-bomb side alone. He's just running in there and looked like he could have put a goal in that. I don't know. It looked like he was falling back just at the wrong time. Fallen going to pick up that kill, and now the defense is looking pretty good. Oh.
Yeah, this is sick. This is one thing we mentioned that MIBR is going to need, the aggression from Fur, and he's really starting to warm up into it. Jumping out of the window as well to add one more kill. He's got the bomb on the ground, and that's the round. Even though they had some presence inside of the A-bomb site, not able to get anything done with it, and it's just JKS. 1 versus 5, and this is perfect for MIBR. Money is being saved, although now it's being taken out of them. Now it's being pried away. One more kill would be beautiful for JKS, and he's almost... Oh, he did get it. He did get that third kill.
And he could have got the headshot on Fur. That could have been a very, very quick quad kill for him. That was looking ridiculous.
That's pretty nuts. That's actually huge that he gets those 3 kills, but Fur in the window room is just a menace. Fallen is not going to be caught off guard, and the bomb dropping there was the one that really sealed it.
13-11. The game is absolutely still on here. Renegades having to spend all of their money to buy into this round. So that in itself is kind of a big deal. Now they're going to be smoking off Jacob, charging the A-bomb side. Last time, this time catwalk, and he gets absolutely stopped by Zeus. No trouble at all.
The brick wall, they call him. Taco and Lucas inside of the B-bomb site, and it looks like MIBR might have just made a preemptive call saying, you know, we've stopped them a couple of times. You know, maybe imagining that they go attack Zeus, try and go for that weaker player, that weaker bomb site that they had success at earlier. And if that's the case, MIBR has stone cold called their bluff. This is a very, very good setup for them.
Yeah, using Zeus as bait almost, you know?
Usually doesn't go well for the bait.
No, but if they win, maybe they're fine with it, you know? Come get him.
Sacrifices must be made. Well, Zeus is going to have the op on catwalk. He can actually spin and help out. He's keeping his eyes peeled for Cat. Taco gets one. There's the shot from behind. And Zeus, he might be able to build upon this, might be able to get a little bit more. They're going to need it out of him. Misses that one shot just narrowly. Oh, the flick over doesn't connect either, and Oz's got a second, but the Molotov into the bomb site.
Yeah, actually doing a lot of damage. It's going to take down Azza. That's a huge grenade out of Fallen. He did not feel comfortable moving out of that corner because he was afraid there was someone in the window peeking him, and now, without the bomb plant, it's Gratisfaction in a 1 versus 2 to try and see if they can get that 14th round on the board. If they don't, again, they are in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to try and move out?
He doesn't have the time to go to the other bomb site, but I think he's wondering why he doesn't see anyone. And MIBR, I think, equally doesn't really realize that he's in the bomb site. They're just kind of checking their flanks, making sure nothing crazy is going to happen. That's a fake bomb plant. Fur's going to have this. No chance he gets this bomb down now. He gets off it at the last second. Good kill from Fur. 12-13, and MIBR is still in this.
Yeah, now they definitely are. We're looking at the money. Zeus finding shots with the AWP. 3, I think, across the last 2 rounds.
He's on fire.
Starting to really build, isn't it? Make Fallen drop him that AWP.
I would.
Well, he's the coach. He's going to make that call, can he? Just say, you're doing it.
Yeah, we're running the strategy where I have the op. Fallen in middle, peering up. He's going to see absolutely nothing. And again, Renegades, everyone towards that A bomb site. Last time they ran a tactic like this, they did not have the utility to continue the fight. It eventually subsided. They couldn't even get the bomb planted. But with these pistols, you imagine are going to be highly aggressive, coming through these smokes, coming through choke points, jumping in the air. We'll see if MIBR can handle it, handle the pace.
Falling ready to pick off JKS. Can look over the smoke, the bomb being planted, and it's going to go way easier this time. And again, when you have almost nothing to lose, you are just going to go for it. That's a nice angle. Through the smoke, Lucas almost following up on that. It was Taco with the kill, and they're getting picked apart. No trouble at all here. Still, a bomb plant, not bad.
No, the extra money is going to be huge. All tied up now. What a recovery for MIBR. It's been 4 straight and 5 of the last 6. They have really figured things out. Fur leading the way with 21 kills. Fallen and Taco both at 15. Lucas at 14. And Zeus with 8, but they're probably the most important 8 kills required to win this match.
You have to say definitely yes. Oh, that's good. Didn't even realize that was Taco. Tied up. Round number 27 now, starting AWP on Gratisfaction, and he wants to get really close on that ramp. Can sometimes catch people. It's one of my favorite things.
We saw Fallen do it twice. He had a leg shot and a kill. Oh, look at Zeus. He's pushing in towards Palace, and no one is going here for the moment for Renegades. If he's allowed to stay alive in this position, there's no way they can get the bomb planted. This round feels already over, especially with the damage from Lucas. That's huge. They are going to Molotov off Palace. Lucas going to be able to add one more onto it, and now the bomb never going to get planted. And Zeus still alive, still yet to pounce and make his play.
Yeah, no one's watching for it. A bit of a missed shot, but don't think it's going to really matter. JKS turning around, and Zeus did not get what he wanted, but they're still going to get the round. Did work as a great distraction.
Yeah, it was perfect. That's exactly how it was designed. Either way, victory within their reach, and the Brazilian fans going absolutely mental. I do really enjoy that. What a miscue from Renegades, though. Starting the attack before the smokes have plumed. No one in Palace. Zeus was always going to be a menace.
Yeah, you really want to be careful pushing in before those smokes.
Kassad looks less happy now.
Is he doing that like American football thing where he's trying to, in case anyone's reading his lips, he's like trying to, you know, that's early.
Put the clipboard over.
He's way ahead of the game, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that's what we need next, isn't it? You know, just calling the tactics from that.
We need like a box somewhere, like a big fancy sports box overlooking everything, and that's where you call the plays from. That's where the coach has to stand.
Yeah.
Luxury suites.
Move that in there.
14-13. MIBR grab a lead, and we're back into the double op setup. Zeus has his. Going to be heading towards Catwalk. 2-man defense inside of the B bomb site. Fur and Zeus to combine for a crossfire in mid. And Renegades have been stumped. They need to find something new.
Yeah, do they realize that there is this early 3-man stack at B? That's the big question, because then they could go quickly at A. Really dangerous peek there with the flashbang set up for Fur, but they were behind him as well. And even turned for the grenade, so he's going to get a lot of damage, but not the kill.
Oh, more nades coming in as well. This is actually not bad at all from MIBR. The Molotov is going to burn, and Liaz, that is a bold place to move into with the flames so close. I don't think we've seen them utilize this boost yet in this half. I talked a lot about it, how they were very, very good at making it work, and this might be the first time that we see it in action.
Oh, Lucas moving around the corner just as they were on the other side. That could have been really weird. Now timing is everything, and it's going to be Azza boosted into the window and taking him down. Fallen on the ramp. The bomb is going to be planted. He's just waiting. If he could just pick up 1 or 2 here, that would be a perfect setup for a kind of retake. Zeus long range to be dropping Gratisfaction, but in the middle waiting for him is Jacob. So if he overextends here, he's going to be dead really quickly. Pistols out, yeah, and they were waiting for him. And now I'm not sure if it's worth it.
Yeah, this is actually a big risk. They don't have a lot of money, but Fallen's pretty committed. Taco coming in through Palace as well. So much rests upon this. They still have a chance to bail out, but they want to go for the fight. Flashbang out. Taco's going to peek towards CT spawn, and they're both gone. They're both down. Nice triple kill from Azza, and you could see that boost. Azza was waiting for his moment. As soon as they attack connector, he turns maybe a half second later, and that pulls the attention of Lucas away from him, and he's able to get an easy kill for his teammates. Well done from Renegades.
Yeah, that kind of timing was definitely perfect. I think they needed Fallen to have like one AWP shot. It's great that Zeus got one, but they needed Fallen to have another one, and then they would have had maybe a shot at it. So now we're back tied up 14-14, although with MIBR winning quite a few number of rounds in a row, they are still able to pick up rifles in this round, and I think that is the big difference here. They won 5 in a row.
Yeah, just barely though. I mean, they weren't clean wins. They're not as clean as you would have liked 5 in a row. They do have the AWP on Fallen. They only have 1 kit, which kind of hurts. And Zeus is stuck back onto the Deagle. So at least they've upgraded him from the CZ75 in the past. They've said you can use a better pistol. We'll allow it.
Yeah, but is it paying off? I don't know. I thought the CC was kind of made that his thing.
Zeus, as a human being, strikes me as more of a Deagle user.
Yeah, he's got that force behind him.
He's more power than finesse, you know?
Yeah, that authority, you know, sit down, that kind of thing. Lucas goes down. That was Leas with the opening kill. He beat Fur, I think, to that same fight earlier, and Fallen will get one in return, which they need right now.
JKS trying to punish the fallback on the aggression towards a ramp, but he meets the AWP of Fallen instead. Fallen's got to be very mobile in this round to recover from the man disadvantage. They don't have a whole lot of utility. He needs to make sure he's in the right place for that. The moment him and Fur combining in connector, the main hit is going to be Taco, defending the B bomb site.
Not a bad player to have in this position, but he's making a bit of noise, falling back onto the flank.
Ozza saw that. Ozza heard it, so he's called it out. This is why you see Renegades falling back from the B bomb site. They know that someone is likely coming up these stairs. It's a big risk for Fur. I don't know how he's won that. They knew the possibility of him being there, but an important trade. But Ozza now in an even better position.
Zeus definitely hearing the steps there of Ozza, so he knows someone is coming. Fallen being called into position. Very dangerous with that one. Oh, but the Deagle comes through. Zeus to pick up the headshot, and he can't get the follow-up, but still, that might have been a little bit of an advantage here as Ozza goes down and Gratisfaction to Fallen to pick up the last kill, making it 15-14, and they are now at match point and could take all the points that are being played for here.
That's sick. What a nice shot from Zeus with the Deagle. Just that one kill that was necessary to keep them in it. What a strange round that MIBR barely clings to, just getting pulled all across the map. 15-14, a chance for MIBR to close things out right here, right now. One final timeout. You can see the captain Fallen talking some things over with the team. Got to imagine Zeus being very vocal as well at the moment, but they're coming up with a game plan for this 30th round.
I mean, never mind that they are obviously, you know, communicating internally in Portuguese. I would be so excited if we could hear like English comms for Zeus.
Yeah, ain't nobody reading Portuguese lips.
Yeah, no. If we could get someone to do that, I would pay for that, because I guarantee you the comms are going to be amazing from Zeus on what's happening. Just the level of hype, which is back on the auto shotgun now, and he's got 10 kills overall, and we're leading into round number 30, ladies and gentlemen, here between MIBR and Renegades. 15-14. It all comes down to this, and if MIBR could pick up all of the points here instead of splitting them, that would be really something.
Yeah, what a great start that would be to the event. That'd be a lot of weight off their shoulders, you have to imagine, as well, coming in with all the news. Either way, Fur aggressive in middle. This is what they want to rest their chances to win this map on. And why not? Fur has been great with his aggression in this game. He's just waiting. He's got Fallen covering above him. So you have your 2 heavy hitters really primed in middle to be the guys who can give you a huge advantage in this round.
And Zeus over at the A ramp, they're using the fact that he's so far forward on that A defense that they say, that's fine. We're going to put everybody else more or less mid B. So if this gamble works out, and I would say this is a bit of a gamble, but why not? If Renegades walk into this B bomb site, they shouldn't be winning it. And they're holding this mid defense for a very long time. Normally people give this up if nothing happens in the first 20 seconds. They say, that's it, you know, there's no point in sticking around, but they're just fine with it.
I can't believe we haven't seen MIBR even flinch.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have utility to really adjust a whole lot.
Oh, it's going to be Zeus, isn't it?
He's going to be the early warning system, and he's got that shotgun, Anders. This could be a thing of beauty.
He set it up. They are all going to be coming down on the ramp below him. Now Fallen started to move in for checking top mid. They know, but it's still going to be on that auto shotgun. And this is what he was meant to do, isn't it? This is the one position where you don't need to do a lot. Just hold down mouse 1 and wait for it. 25 seconds then. Setting up on the other side. The flashbang is there, and he can't see a single thing. Azza will take him down. That was perfect, but now the flank is there. Very quickly for Fur behind them. And Fallen hoping for a gap here. Not going to get it the first time around. Bomb is being planted. No! Fallen! Oh! That actually stuffed the bomb plant. What a kill. And now it's for taking down JKS with a follow-up as well. And it's completely fallen apart here. Renegades getting crushed in the last round. There is a bomb plant, sure, but it doesn't matter. It'll be MIBR picking up the first map here, 16-14 over Renegades. I can't even believe it.
No, what a play. The flank from Fur was setting up so perfectly, but the one kill from Fallen stops the bomb from going down. That makes everyone on Renegades just take their attention away from the flank. Everyone looks directly at the bomb and tries to get it planted. What a huge job from Fur.